All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Appreciate everyone joining us again this morning. You're at Cook Security Group's Tech Unveil. Apologize for starting just a few minutes late here. Um, we're excited to have everyone here with us. Actually, give me one second here. Sorry, we're excited to have everyone here with us today. Like I mentioned before, we're going to be giving away one of our UVC cabinets today after we're done with our webinar. So please stay on to the very end. You have to be present to win. We'll do a raffle giveaway at the very end, and hopefully one of you will walk away with a brand new UVC cabinet for your branches. Again, as a reminder too, for anyone that's just attending for today's webinar, we're going to be giving away one free branch survey to help you with following proper social distancing measures um, within your branches. So I hope you're all ready. I hope you got your number 2 pencil sharpened, have an empty notebook. This is about to get a lot of fun. As you all know, about a year ago, we unveiled our new video platform called PIKO. And there's been so much that's happened since that product's been released that we're excited to share as we continue to expound upon that system and that platform. In fact, it's kind of been crazy to think that just 1 year, how we've had so many people adopt and jump onto this platform. We've continued to look at how we can challenge the status quo, how we can look at ways to disrupt this vertical, and it requires not only looking outside the box, but honestly living a life outside of the box completely. This doesn't end with just one thought or one good product or idea. It requires repeated challenging of the norm, and as we all can attest to here as well today, challenging the new norm that we continue to see and life changes with us. So all in all, I did want to make sure everyone knew, and just want to express our gratitude and thank you all of our customers for pushing us and giving us great ideas. It is mainly because of your trust in CSG that we've been able to reach these heights that we've achieved. So before we get started with our unveil today, I wanted to show you just in the last few months how we've embodied this mentality within our PIKO platform and our new platform that we'll be unveiling today. We never get comfortable, and we feel like when we feel like we're getting done, we decide to think just how can we take it one step further? How can we make it just a little bit better? And this is how we've done that within PIKO. In just 1 year, we've actually been able to bring on over 15,000 devices since we launched PIKO. This is nothing short of remarkable. There's been a lot of adoption, a lot of excitement about this product, and it proves because of its openness and its functionality how this really sets itself apart from any other surveillance system that's out there on the market today. We've also been able to look at the need to remove for pricey analytics, right? There's been a lot of times where video platforms out there have charged you just an arm and a leg for analytics that you need on a day-to-day basis to run your operations. We look at ways to unhandcuff our customers from old antiquated systems, trying to find a way to introduce a video system that is no longer just for security, but looking at unveiling a solution that can look at, I guess, transforming your entire branch, not just for security, but for retail, for marketing purposes, for IT best practices, etc. Again, this list can literally go on and on as we look at through what PIKO can do. And a lot of it has to do with our partnerships. So we can honestly say that we have the best surveillance solution that's on the market today. To achieve the best, we had to do some things in-house, like what we've done with PIKO and with our Cook Security Group managed services. However, we also partner with great companies like Raspberry and Hanwha. This allows us to continue to have the best technology that's out there, and as time progresses, continue to maintain that best platform going forward. There's no single aspect of the surveillance solution that is proprietary to the other. I feel like that definitely separates us and this whole solution for you, our customers. And we know, like I said, that our partners are ones that we've spent a lot of time in choosing. We feel like Raspberry and Hanwha especially, coupled that with the PIKO and Cook Security Group, really help us deliver the best solution and maintain everyone within their sweet spots. PIKO Analytics in general has been something that's come a long ways over the last year. Just in the last year since we launched PIKO, we've been able to launch things such as like vehicle and license plate recognition. So thinking about all the different possibilities by being able to use camera and vehicle and license plate recognition to give you not only the make and model of a car, the color, the license plate, the year, even the orientation of that vehicle. Think about it just for a minute, all the different lending possibilities that could be available to you if you had that information, or just the number, knowing who's coming in and out of your buildings. This data is truly remarkable and something that can continue to take shape as these analytics continue to push forward. Next, we've also added just recently heat mapping, and this has been something that's nothing short of a miracle in our opinion. For the longest time, if you wanted to have heat mapping within your branch, you needed to have a specific camera that could enable that. Through PIKO Analytics and tying this into other cloud service providers, we're able to use your existing cameras, even analog cameras if you so choose, to show you the actual heat map of a building or within the camera lens, right? So thinking through a financial institution's branch, being able to look at who's been in your branches, where they've been congregating from a marketing reason, from a retail analytics, or even just from a cleaning and janitorial use, right? We can send this on an automated schedule now, on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, your choice. That'll really allow you to use this data for the best use possible. It's truly remarkable in our opinion when you start looking through all of heat mapping and what it can do, and coming soon, actually being able to tie that into actual people and motion and other things that come along with heat mapping. So as you start to look through your reopening plans, think about how heat mapping can help you not only with the opening, but as you continue to stay open, ensure that you're not having large congregations happen within 6 feet of each other. Shooting this over, like I said, to janitorial crews where they're looking at where they can congregate and focus their cleaning activities based off of where activity's been happening, can, in our opinion, be very important. Like I said, this can also be sent to third parties too, not just sent internally. If you want this report sent to some other company outside of your organization, that's something you can absolutely do. And even better, actually, within PIKO, we're actually able to add people detection. PIKO is actually smart enough to detect a human as a person and actually alert you real time if that happens. So one thing we want to show you live actually is something with this. So Daniel, if you're out there, are you able to share your screen and pull up our PIKO so we can maybe show a quick action of this?
Yeah, so Scott, give me 2 seconds here, and let's flip over. So Scott, that was quite the battle that you fought Sasquatch, right? About a year ago from today when we presented PIKO.
Yeah, and I think it was a lot of fun for those of you that were there able to be there with us. It was fun that we started, like I said, we like to have a little bit of fun, and when we take through and look through things on just ways that we can unveil and do it with a little bit of a twist, a little bit of extra effort into it, we thought it'd be fun to do that skit live, real time, to show how PIKO was able to not only monitor and track Sasquatch as he ran through me and our entire building, to show how we were able to track that real time within our PIKO system.
Right.
That's why I was so excited when we started talking through people detection on a lot of this stuff, is we can actually now detect and actually set off some alerts when we do detect a person within a branch, or outside or anywhere within a camera. We can show real time how that's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. So one cool thing that I like, Scott, and sorry, I'll take over for a quick second here, is we really started looking at analytics and how we could integrate different things, right? Obviously Scott talked about license plates and heat mapping and person, but you can really start talking and getting into face rec, things like that, right? Even Levi and I, for those of you who know us, right? We look relatively similar, and we're able to use analytics to really compare, hey, is this person at my branch? Is this person in my building? And you can really start looking at those video analytics to do that. So we've had a little bit of fun with some different things that we've done in the past, but it's really cool on kind of where we're taking PIKO.
Exactly. Like I said, even with like heat mapping, we can actually start looking at adding the people detection on top of that as well. So PIKO's smart enough to detect a human person, and alert you real time if that were to happen. Again, combining that with heat mapping. So heat mapping's initially just been for for just motion, right? But when you can couple that with actual live humans moving along within your branch, it's pretty incredible what it can do for you.
Yep, absolutely. So, okay. So with that being said, Scott, let me confirm, Scott, you can see my screen okay?
I can, yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. So yeah, anyway, what we started doing, guys, was we started using some of the analytics that are out there for the face, like I had said. And when there's different types of alerts, things like this. So for example, whoa, hold on. Is that Scott? Is that Joe Exotic? What is Joe Exotic doing? Why is he at our branch? What is going on?
How is he in Medford?
We just got an alert from PIKO directly from Joe Exotic. Scott, is that a gun?
Oh man, I wish I was there. I wish I could get his autograph actually.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't have. Oh, he does have a gun. Oh, he's trying to break in. There's nobody at that office right now, Scott.
Oh, do you think he knows that Bigfoot's there?
Jeez.
That's where we have Bigfoot stored.
Scott, we just got a Linnell door forced open alert.
Oh wow. I wonder what he's looking for.
I'm so glad we integrated with Linnell. That's so helpful. I don't have to jump around looking for different video clips or looking for different cameras. It just automatically popped up for us.
Wait,
what is he looking for?
Right, Daniel? Soon we're going to be having push notifications within PIKO and Linnell, right?
Yeah, it's actually going to be this summer, Scott. It's actually going to be released this summer for push notifications. Huh. There's Joe trying to Joe, that's not a word. That's an acronym, Joe.
Hey,
that's our UVC cabinet.
That's what we're going to be giving away at the end of the call today.
Hey, what does he do? Joe, those are designed for carriers. Oh, jeez. Well, yeah, I guess it would work, right,
well,
Scott? I mean,
you can absolutely throw a gun in there. Yeah, you technically could. Wonder if do you think he read our press release on how to use that cabinet?
Well, he obviously didn't, because press release says it would take 10 to 15 minutes to sanitize, and that was only in for a solid 10 seconds. So, and now he's using hand sanitizer.
And let's be honest, Daniel, if it's Joe's gun, you probably need to leave it in there for a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, no kidding. Joe, not the face. Joe, that's for your hand.
Gonna burn his eyes.
Oh my goodness, what is he doing?
Where's he going?
Man.
Daniel, where's he going? He can't leave that. Daniel.
Scott, stop. Don't worry about it. We've got sensors and analytics everywhere in this branch. No matter where he goes, it doesn't matter. PIKO will just alert us. I don't have to spend time looking through countless cameras. I'll find him.
What?
Don't worry about it.
How is that possible?
So, well, we'll talk about that later. But through all of these built-in plugins and all these things, see, boom, there we go. Scott.
Oh my gosh, you just got a DMP
motion detected.
That's insane. So we know exactly, he went into a secured building in a secured room, and we set off that alarm through our DMP integration?
Absolutely. And if you notice, it brought the camera up immediately for us. And I can't believe that he knew that we had Sasquatch there. I thought Joe was into tigers. I didn't think he was into Sasquatch. I wouldn't let him out, Joe.
Joe's a money man. If he can find a way to make money off of petting baby Sasquatch, is there a baby Sasquatch in there with him? That would be millions for Joe if he could figure that out. I wouldn't open that door though. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. Sasquatch is the respecter of nobody. Oh, he's gonna shoot it.
I wouldn't open it. I wouldn't open. Joe. Oh, Joe's in trouble.
Oh, Joe's in trouble. Get out of there.
He's got to watch out for baby Sasquatch, though. He's the angry one.
They're mean. Yep, here it comes.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
That's not good.
Oh, now baby Sasquatch has the gun. Now he's got the gun.
Did he still have the gun? Oh, man.
Joe.
Trust me, Joe. I know the feeling, buddy. I was there. I took a left hook right to the kisser last year in the stairwell. Sasquatch packs a punch, let me tell you. But selfishly speaking, Daniel, honestly, I'm kind of excited since I'm such a big fan. Joe and I are going to have matching smiles now, at least.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't live in Medford, but yeah, I hear you.
Brian is going to kill us if he finds out that we lost Sasquatch. Where did he go? We can't have him running loose through Medford.
Scott, dude, I told you, man, don't worry about it. We got sensors everywhere. Even if the guy tries to steal a car, we're going to get an alert that there's a car in the parking lot. Don't even worry about it. It's not a big deal. It's not a bit. See,
I
there
mean,
we
I'm worried
go.
about
Not
Sasquatch,
only
but
a
I'm more worried
car,
about Brian.
how about a tractor?
Is that a tractor?
Apparently, Sasquatch just stole a tractor. What is going
People
on?
can detect objects like a tractor that don't belong?
Absolutely, it can. What
Oh
are
my
they
gosh, is he
lining
going
up
for
for
the
that
ATM?
ATM? They're not. They're not lining up for that ATM, are they?
What are they going to do? Oh,
Oh,
oh no.
there's cash everywhere.
There's cash everywhere.
Oh
Well,
no.
hey, at least he's finally gonna have enough money to pay off his lawsuit to Carol Baskin, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Man, it kind of looks like they've sort of made up after that initial fight with him and Baby Sasquatch. They're looks like they're friends now.
I think
That's
you're not bad, actually. You're not
that's
too far
kind
off.
of
Hey, is
crazy.
that
Wait.
who's that on a bike? That's Carol on a
Oh,
bike.
that's Carol. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Joe's
Joe's
gonna
gone.
catch her.
No amount of money will keep
Joe's gonna
Joe
catch her.
trying to chase down Carol. You might
Man,
get
we
her.
still need
Hey,
to get
Daniel,
we need to get Sasquatch.
didn't we notify the police automatically when the tractor was detected? I thought that we had that set up
Absolutely.
within our integration.
Absolutely it did. The second that tractor was detected, the police, oh, here they are. Uh-oh. Scott, we got to get Sasquatch back. Oh, you got to watch out for baby
Um,
Sasquatch.
I don't know if those shorts are going to get it done, though. I don't have a whole lot
Yeah,
of confidence in that police
I'll be
officer.
honest, I didn't know Reno 911 was filmed in Medford.
Apparently it was. Oh, that's going to hurt
Oh,
tomorrow.
oh, geez. Oh, yikes.
Oh, okay. He's down for the count. There's no coming back from that.
Okay. Scott Bryan's going to be pissed. We lost Sasquatch and baby Sasquatch for that matter.
Whoa, that was quite the jump.
What just happened?
What just happened, Daniel? That is the question that I've got right now. What just happened?
Scott, that was crazy. I'm gonna pass it over to you. I don't know what was going on right there. That was a lot to take in. I mean, between Linnell, DMP, Sasquatch, can you kind of
PIKO.
talk us through that, man?
I can try. I'm kind of speechless. So not only did we lose Sasquatch again, and we're probably going to lose our jobs. You want me to explain to all of our customers on the phone here what happened?
Yeah,
Okay. You know what?
please.
Let's do it. So
Let's go, Scott. Let's
using,
go ESPN style. Let's go slow mo back up.
all right, that's a good idea. Let's just, bite size this out here and see if we can make sense of all this. So if I understand it correctly, using PIKO analytics, we were able to compare Joe Exotic's face to our saved library of images. Prior to today, we set up a notification that if our camera ever saw this beautiful face right here, it would send us a notification. We kind of had a feeling that he'd be snooping around looking for baby Sasquatch because he's kind of had a rough go in the tiger world, right? And baby Sasquatch would just put him back on the map. So this automatically triggers my preferred layout to open up within PIKO and send us a notification real time when that happens. Once this happens, honestly, the options are virtually endless, right? We could talk to him through a microphone built into the camera outside if we wanted to try to deter Joe from coming in, which that obviously didn't work. We could have put him on a watch list. We could lock down access to the building. We could sound an alarm. We could turn on or off the lights. Honestly, like I said, the options are limitless when it comes to what you can do once that alert happens. Anything else that follows there is truly up to you to make that decision. I'm kind of thankful, I guess, for those viewers on the phone right now, think about what would be helpful in your location if you were to be able to add PIKO analytics of facial recognition to your branches or to your admin buildings or wherever else. From there, Joe decided to break into our building, right? Because we had our Linnell access control system integrated into our PIKO system for real-time notifications and alerts, when an access event occurs at a door like this happened with the door forced open, access denied, certain credentials being presented, you name it, right? Once again, once that happens, you have the opportunity to choose whatever you want to have happen next. In our situation, we had that layout open up of the door, so we knew exactly what that person did when they entered into our building without proper credentials. We can then follow them within our camera system. That's pretty
Yeah,
crazy,
and
Daniel.
Scott, let me interject real quick right there. And it's not only door forced open, right? I mean, we could get alerts on every time somebody badged in, somebody badged out, right? Maybe there was an access denied. Maybe somebody's trying to access a door they didn't have permission to. So it's not just door forced open. It's any type of alert that Linnell could create, right?
Yeah, maybe a door's just propped open and someone's trying to keep it open for after hours and want to get back into the building. You name it. It's crazy. From there, we then got a DMP motion alert. So we had set up a secure area. We have a combination now of PIKO, Linnell, DMP, everything talking together. And when DMP detected a motion inside of a secured area where we had Sasquatch in a very well-made prison cell, I would say, we had this set up so that it would notify us immediately, pull up the camera to allow us to locate that person quickly. I was nervous, Daniel, because I thought we had lost Sasquatch, and that's a pretty big building. But I'm glad that you had the know-how that we already had that alert set up and that peace of mind that we didn't really matter. We would know where he would go next because of the alerts that we have set up within our building. Sensitive
Yeah, thanks
areas
for
like a server room or something else like that, in real life, cache vaults, server rooms, offices, conference rooms, you name it. We can lock down any one of those rooms and set off different alerts automatically from happening, should you detect that. It's interesting too. We've had some real life examples too where we've had criminals break in from the ceiling of a branch, right? Trigger an alarm that would then detect police and have them come through. But when they look through the outside of the building, they don't see any forced entry. They don't see anything going on. No one seems to be inside the building. But in reality, the criminals are inside the building. They might be inside the vault or the behind the ATMs or anything like that. This would ensure us, because now we're going to tie video into that, we can actually show real time there's people inside the building that don't belong. That's pretty crazy. I guess given that criminals are keen on stealing ATMs, with backhoes and tractors and things like that today, ATMs and ITMs alike, we thought it'd be a little fun, I guess, to add some third-party plugin into PIKO that alerted us when a tractor was detected near our ATM during a given time frame. Let's just say, for fun example here, that it's from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. If any tractor's in front of my ATM, I probably want to know about it because it shouldn't be, right? I think that's pretty cool to see that through, again, using PIKO analytics, we can detect any object that's in front of an ATM that doesn't exist. Thinking about how huge this is, right? Through API integration, anything that happens, we can trigger that, right? Whether it's a known skimming device, a drill, a tractor, when you name it, right? Anything that we can put into our library, you can detect against those objects from being in front of your branch or in front of your building. The fun thing about this too is, like I said, it can run anytime, day or night, and it actually real time triggered an alert to the police to let them know to come and try to, I guess I should say, air quotes, attempt to arrest Sasquatch. For a lot of you that were with us last year on our skit, you may remember a slightly similar skit. We wanted to show you how in less than 12 months we were able to add all of this that you've seen, plus so much more through all these open platforms and API integration. However, there was one huge missing link in our opinion that all of you last year maybe you saw. And as you know, when events like this happen, there's one huge missing link as well, where there's a lot of effort that's done on the manual side of things to get you to have to put all this information together. We have a platform called our case management system through our Cook Command Center that makes this cleanup automated. So not only do you have to not worry about going in and pulling video from your system, looking up your Linnell and your DMP notifications to compile a case that you can then send to the FBI or to the police, we can now do that automatically for you through the command center. I remember last year I was actually at a conference presenting with the FBI, and their number one wish was to be able to collaborate more seamlessly with financial institutions and commercial accounts in general. Using Cook Security Group's command center, we can now automatically create that case, incident, ticket, whatever you want to call it, compiling all those events from these third-party enterprise systems. And best of all, you can literally share it with a click of a button inside or outside of your organization while setting up proper parameters to keep things secure. So now that it's been shared, all these other parties can now collaborate with you, right? So let's just say you're in the security, department within your institution. You can now share that not only with your coworkers within your institution, but also again outside of the institution with literally one click of the button. You can then add details, testimonials, documents, pictures. You can continue to add to them, build that case over time as more information becomes readily available. Prior to today, this would have taken literally months of back and forth while the criminals literally run free and all the data is lost. So to kind of prove to you just how easy this is to share, if you check your email really quick, you will see that we have sent each and every one of you on this call right now an invite to view this exact case as you saw today. So you can collaborate with us on this incident. If you check your email, like I said, you should be able to see an email from Cook Security Group inviting you to our case and being able to collaborate with us. You'll be able to see the footage of the incident happening, all the video, screenshots, the date and time. We can add users, we can add different logs and attachments. There's so much you can do within our case management software. Again, that's all automatically populated as the second that event happens real time. You're probably wondering how this all happened so easily, and that's what we're excited to announce today. This is all powered through a system that we like to call Soteria. So today I'm excited to announce the release of our very own solution, Soteria. Soteria is a middleware platform that integrates disparate third-party systems is the best way to explain it. So looking through, DMP, Linnell, incident management and tickets, Soteria takes away all the manual work off of your plate and automates it for you. So it allows for configurable business rules and logic to be automated any time of the day. Soteria literally kicks off a chain of events and tasks that alleviate all the manual workflows that you have to work and worry about today. So what we can do within Cook Security Group is seamlessly integrate all those third-party applications, like I said, like access control, alarm, incident response platforms, video surveillance. Just like PIKO over time, this will expand. And so we're open and love to hear your feedback. We know all of our customers are not shy in sharing their feedback on how they feel like this might fit in their unique institution. So please feel free to share that information with us as time goes on and how you feel like it could benefit your institution. Like I mentioned, Soteria allows for preferential integration as well. So you may be asking yourself, I don't have PIKO, I don't have DMP, I don't have Linnell or the Command Center and case management, and that's okay. Or maybe you have just one or two of these, but not the entire puzzle piece. Soteria is allowed to make that preferential integration happen, right? So let's say you just want to do DMP into PIKO, you have that full option to do that. Or you want to do just DMP into Linnell integration. Through Soteria, you can make that happen. Or you could do the whole shoot and match like we just showed you with DMP, Linnell, PIKO, and our Command Center. Makes this seamless and easy for you to integrate, which I'm hoping is news to and music to everybody's ears. To make sure we're making sense, I wanted to put one more slide here together to kind of really paint the picture of how these all work and play together. So like we talked about at the very beginning of today's call, you have PIKO, and that's rich with video analytics, right? We talked about people detection. We talked about heat mapping, license plate and vehicle recognition. We even talk about tractor or object detection that could be happening. All that's powered through video analytics through our PIKO application. All of it's inherent into that PIKO application too. It's not dependent upon the cameras, not dependent upon third-party providers or anything else. Then you've got the cloud, right? So cloud allows for PIKO to integrate with any third-party cloud services like IFTTT or Zapier. These also integrate with other services like Office, Google, Philips Hue. Really the options are, I would quote unquote say limitless because there's so many different applications out there that use web services to allow us to open into this and look through this. A good example in my opinion is line crossing. So what we can do with PIKO today is create a virtual line when it comes into your building. When someone crosses that line, using some third-party cloud services like this that you see here, write straight to an Excel spreadsheet or to a Google document or send it to an email. Like I said, the options of what you want to have happen is completely up to you and how you want that to work within your own institution. We know that everyone has different rules and practices, and we don't want to limit you to just because this is the way it's developed, everyone has to use the system the way we developed it. The way this is done through the cloud is you can configure that on a case-by-case basis, a branch-by-branch basis, even a camera-by-camera basis if you so chose to. The one big missing piece to all this, in my opinion, was Soteria. Now, because Soteria, we can add those third-party enterprise systems that typically were not able to be integrated into prior, can now be shown through the Soteria integration. So example, right, would be taking your lights through the cloud applications that we showed earlier, but based off of access control events, when certain credentials are presented, we can then do more applications through PIKO. So for example, when I walk up into our building and I present Scott Bieber's credentials at our access control system through Linnell, it can then use our Philips Hue lights to then turn on the lights and play the University of Utah fight song if I wanted to. We can then also, what we actually do in real life today is with our network operations center, they're open until 10 p.m. at night. And sometimes it's a smaller staff too, and being the only one in a big building can sometimes feel a little unsafe. So we're able to send an email directly to those in our network operations center that are working, at 9 p.m. when our janitor arrives. So when they present their credentials at our building, let them know, hey, don't be alarmed. It's not someone that we don't know. We know exactly who's in the building, and you can continue to work without any issues or worry. We can even place a phone call or a text message when an alarm occurs through our DMP in our cloud web services, right? Like we showed you with the tractor detection. When as soon as we saw a tractor in our parking lot, this allowed us to then send an alert right to the police department to then come in and try to arrest Sasquatch. When people detection or motion alerts are had in a secure room, like we showed earlier, action can also be taken. So my challenge to you that are on the phone here is literally think about your day-to-day lives. What can be automated? What information are you missing? We all know how important it is to have data and be able to use that data and tie that data into other systems so that it becomes more rich. Through Soteria and PIKO and Cook Security Group, we're able to help you with that journey of moving towards not taking the status quo and just settling upon what that is, of moving forward and really using the systems the way they're designed to be used and taking even beyond what they were designed to use by integrating other systems into it. As we kind of finish up here, I know we're running short on time. I mentioned at the very beginning the option of living outside the box. And I think this is Soteria in general, as we start thinking through Soteria, it's a way for us to adapt and really get ourselves thinking in a different mindset, right? We adapt and we need to innovate and listen to our customers' pains and to everyone else's pains that are out there, and not just take, hey, this is an off-the-shelf solution, let's figure out how to make it work. We know very well that the financial industry, and especially, and a lot of other companies that are out there too that use our systems, those systems as they are initially made don't always work, right? It's a square peg, round hole type analogy. When we try to continue to challenge ourselves outside of the box, this allows us to think of new innovative solutions, especially when change comes unexpectedly, like we saw with COVID. When you think about the original piece, right? The original pieces are old, they're traditional. Original is basic. Original is boring. It's frustrating and limiting. The original way of handling an event, like Brian just talked about, is not only time consuming, but it prevents collaboration. It prevents change from happening. When we all get forced out of our comfort zones, especially I think everyone can attest to this right now as we're going through this COVID new norm and trying to identify ourselves and where we're going to be in the next couple of years and months and weeks, getting outside of the box, living outside of the box is going to be able to help us adapt to and challenge that normal. A couple of good examples, right? We all know Blockbuster. In my opinion, it's a perfect example of a company that lived within the box. They knew their niche. They didn't want to get outside of that. Netflix approached them. For those of you that don't know this story, they approached them and said, hey, let's partner together. Let's be one company where we can help stream and think of a different way to help people view their media. And Blockbuster literally threw a VHS tape at them in the conference room and made them walk away. I don't know if that actually happened or not, but they did say go away, right? It's not part of our vision, not happening. And now we all know, since Netflix thought and lived outside of the box, where they're at. So we couldn't help but think about the changing security landscape, all the different providers that have come and gone over the years, right? And they have always lived within this box and wanted to keep their customers in this box. They wanted to not allow for innovation. They want everything to be done within their umbrella. We understand our limits sometimes, right? And it often requires collaborating and partnering with third-party companies and collaborating with companies that specialize in certain things. There's a lot of companies out there that are staying to that original and traditional mind frame. Those companies get stuck, they can't innovate, they can't change. So as we start to release new products like Soteria, like PIKO, like our command center, remote view, and even our conveyance platform, you start to see how those are never satisfied. We have a hunger within CSG that literally can't be satisfied, a thirst that can't, that really can't be quenched by anything other than continued innovation. So just when we think we have something got dialed in, we like to always take a step back, kind of ask ourselves, what else can we add to this? How can we add a unique twist to what we've done to truly help further our customers along in their goals within their institutions? And we hope that, as you guys all saw with Soteria today, that that's a great example of that. Thinking about the last 12 months in general of showing how we unveiled this PIKO platform. And although it was fantastic the way it was, we took that a whole new level further and not only unveiling it to you, but then adding all these other analytics and plugins to make it even better. And not stopping there by saying, hey, what else is out there? And next thing you know, Soteria comes about because there's still more that can be done. And we're convinced today that this isn't the end, right? There's so much more as we continue to live ourselves outside of this box and help our customers live outside of the box. That's what CSG was founded upon. When Brian Cook founded our company, he was frustrated by vendors locking them into boxes, locking us into boxes and saying, you have to have long-term contracts. You need to have proprietary solutions that don't allow innovation. And we tried our best, as best we could internally, to break those bans so that we could operate freely and openly for our customers. And as we start to sell products to our customer base, we want to make sure that you have that same freedom, that no matter what you buy through Cook Security Group, you know that you have that peace of mind that things are going to be available to you and they're going to be open, they're going to continue to evolve, they're going to get better and better, so you're never ever stuck with an old antiquated solution. And really, like I said, all of this happens because of you. You partnered with us, you've believed in CSG, and we want to thank everyone on this phone for being right here with us the entire time and partnering with us throughout all this. Thank you everybody for joining today. We appreciate all of you spending your time with us. We hope that this was not only informative, but hopefully a little bit entertaining as well. We sincerely appreciate all of your partnerships and look forward to helping you get your Soteria solution installed within your institutions to start working at finding a better way to handle security within your institutions. Thanks everyone for joining, and we'll talk to you soon.